Yes. Hi, Muskan Mehra and others as we join in. Hi. Good evening. My name is Rajdeep Samdrala, guys, and I'm going to take a session today. Hope you guys can hear me clearly. I'll just quickly unmute you. Yes. You can talk, Muskan. Can you hear me, Muskan? Just confirm.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's wait for a quick minute or so before others join in.
yeah.
Right. So, Muskan, what do you do quickly before I start? That only I'll just take a minute to just know you. Are
Yeah,
you
hi,
working?
Muskan
I'm
Mera Lamba. I am working at Havels India Limited now.
Havels. Okay.
Yeah, Havels India Limited.
Which
In
city?
service department, Noida.
Noida, service department. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your functions? Accounting, management, what do you really do?
I am working as a escalation manager. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
taking
Okay.
care for social media and mails and complaints regarding.
Okay. So you want to move to the accounting side, is it now?
No, is this for accounting only?
Because you're relationship media, right? Relationship
Yeah,
manager.
yeah.
Nice. Good. So probably a good place to know if you want to go to the more into accounting, in-depth accounting science. So, okay. Sure. Let me kick start. Can you see my session? Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start. So any guys?
Is
Well,
this, yeah, I just want to know, is this for accounting only?
this is for CMA, which is for cost management accounting. So it's more
Oh,
of a management accountant role. This is a
yeah.
US course, right, which
Yes.
gives the credentials to get more into the management accounting side of things as a support to senior management.
Okay.
Okay, it's the CMA US course.
Yes. Okay. I got it.
So I'll come to course curriculum shortly, then you can discuss the content. Okay? So guys, welcome. So quickly, my name is Rajdeep. I'm also a CMA US qualified. I'm a charter accountant from India as well, and I've done my CFA US level 2 alongside my CMA India courses. All right. So I've been teaching EduPristine for the last 4 years, and I've broadly been teaching ACCA UK, CMA US, the CFA US course. What I'll show you today is I'll briefly explain what is the entire CMA's curriculum, the opportunities it has, the scope, the salary packages, and then towards the end, I'll take you through the timeline on how to study for the exam and how do we map your journey, your progress to clearing the exams over the next 9 to 12 months. Okay. I'll take question at the end, but in case you have any questions in the intervening section, please feel free to talk. Okay. Now, broadly, what's the CMA course? It's obviously called the Certified Management Accounting. So you'll notice it's more of a certification course, right? It's for the management accountants of the world. It has a huge recognition for people who are looking to play that pivotal role in management accounting, so providing the support to the top management collating data, collecting data, analyzing data, and basically ensuring that decisions are taking place at the top level in the right manner. Okay, the institute that is awarding this certification is the IMA, which is the Institute of Management Accountants of USA. Not the India, but the US one. Okay, there are 140 lakh members, and this it's across 140 countries, India being one of them. There are 300 chapters. So every country has almost 2 to 3 different chapters. I think India has 2 chapters or 1 chapter, one mainly based in Bangalore. Uh, the benefits of this certification, like I told you, is more on the management accounting side of things. Now, obviously, why it becomes so important, and it's a US credential, right? So does it really have a role to play in India? A huge role, because a lot of MNCs who come from US, UK, when they come to India, they set up, they're looking for people who have the international accounting, reporting, management knowledge, which demands in their profession, in the line of work. Okay. So due to globalization, outsourcing, offshoring, what do you call it? You know, India is the hub. India, China, all the Asian region are the hub of back office operations, outsourcing. So because of this increased movement to India, a lot of MNCs who are presently listed in USA and having an operation in India require management accountants to support their international reporting operations. So the best degree that they can go for is the CMA US or the CPA US course. Now the CPA US obviously is more on the accounting side of things. The CMA is more on the management accounting side of things. So this is more in line with supporting management. Okay, you're trained to be strategic, forward-thinking individuals in the business, and your job is to analyze the data and ensure that you support the decision making of the company. Yeah, the career opportunity are more for multinational companies, like I told you, MNCs and financial service and other companies, but mostly US based. Right now, the job designations that you can look forward to as a CMA. Obviously, start at the top. You are the CEO or the CFOs. They're normally CMAs or the CFAs or the CPAs. You are the financial controller, directors, financial analysts, managers, budget analysts, people who prepare budgets, who prepare accounts, management accounts, cost accountants, and so on. So you'll notice most of these roles are more looking at the financial and management accounting side of things. Clear? Indicative salaries, if you notice, it's quite a helpful data that is here. If you're working as a relationship manager, you'll probably expect a salary in the range of 4 to 8 lakhs with a CME US course. If you join as a cost accountant, which is basically an accountant on the cost accounting data, you know, all the costing details for a manufacturing setup, you can look at 6 to 10 lakhs. If you go to risk management side of things, probably 11 to 18 to 20 lakhs in that range. Now, obviously, financial controller and above is more of a senior position. You're looking at almost 20 plus. It can go up to 40 lakhs. And above that is the senior management, which is the CFO, CEO, the board, the financial heads, the VP finance, and so on. That is upward of 40 lakhs. Clear? So you'll notice as you start, you're probably looking at starting at 6 to 7 lakhs and go forward to anything up to 40 lakhs beyond. So, now the employers, the people who will be employing you for this course in India, right? You have all these MNCs and US-based companies who will employ you. Stanchart, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, the Big Four, Deloitte, EY, KPMG, was the EY, PwC. The Big Four also are looking for CME USA courses. You also have Amazon, Oracle, IBM. You know, these companies are coming to India. They are spreading the presence. Tesla probably will be wanting it. It's not on the list, Tesla. But I'm sure very soon, by next year, even Tesla will want to hire CME US for the manufacturing. Accenture, Barclays Bank, all these companies are looking for international reporting knowledge. Clear? Salaries, you already are aware of it. Now comes to the course curriculum, right? This is something that should be more interesting, Muskan. Now you have two parts, right? To the CMA US, two parts. One is called, it's just called part one, part two. Now every part has further 6 subsections. Okay, so broadly, you're studying 12 subjects. In the CMA US course, you're studying 12 subjects. Okay, these 12 subjects are split into two different parts. The first part focuses on financial planning, performance analytics. So this is all about planning part and performance and analyzing the performance. The second part is on the financial management part of it. So planning, management. Clear? Now you can give any part you want. There is no compulsion to give part one first and part two or vice versa. Having said that, I would suggest if you want, if you were to ask me, I'd say part two is much easier. It's more practical, it's more problem oriented. You might find it a little bit easier to kickstart. But you need to give part one also at some stage, right? So you plan yourself, you give the part that you feel more confident, step in with your best foot forward and go for the part that you wish to attempt. Part one, the 6 subjects are having different levels of importance, right? We call them weightage. Look carefully at the screen, guys. Very important. The 6 parts are unequally distributed into these 6 sections, right? Now, obviously, it is giving the most important to the management accounting part of it, which is budgeting, forecasting, and performance management. So all to do with the management, performance, budgeting, oversight, that part. That is 40%. The other 4 sections are equally divided, 15, 15, 15, 15. That gives you 100%, right? Let's go through a topic. 15%, external financial reporting decisions. This is all to do with your accounting, financial reporting, US GAAP knowledge. How do you recognize, how do you account, how do you measure various transactions in accordance with US GAAP, not IFRS, not Indian accounting standards. Now, if you're not done accounting, don't worry. It is not that it's going to be like total in depth, but it will focus on giving you a working knowledge of the various accounting requirements under the US GAAP. It's only 15%, so there's nothing to really worry about. You'll probably expect out of the 100 questions, around 15 to 16 questions on different aspects of revenue, cash bank, fixed assets, purchases, COGS, and so on. Clear? That's called my external reporting decisions. Second, planning budget forecast. Here we'll teach you all about preparation of the various budgets in a company. Production budget, purchase budget, sales budget, cash budget, revenue budget, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow budget, all the budgets that you need to learn, be aware of, which will prepare as a management accountant, which will review as a financial controller. We will prepare you, we will teach you how to prepare all those budgets. We'll also teach you how to use those budgets for the purposes of forecasting. And we'll use certain additional forecasting tools like regression and so on, which will enhance your knowledge at creating budgets. Clear? So it's quite I'll say it's one of the biggest sections. It's quite long in part one, but the most important one, budgeting, planning, forecasting. Part C, we call it section C, is performance management. This is all about managing the performance, measuring the performance, and computing the variances and taking action on the variances. If you budget that you should finish something in 20 days, but you do 25 days, you better find out why to find the extra. You have to analyze why did I go overboard with the expenses? Why my revenue fell short of target? This is that part of the learning where we'll measure the performance with the objective of managing it and computing and understanding the variances and the reasons for the variances. Clear? Section D, Cost management, 15%. There's a lot of concepts here, but only 15%. Here we teach you all about what is costing, what is variable cost, what is fixed cost, what is overheads, what is indirect, direct cost, semi-variable, fixed, step cost, the different types of cost, and the way to manage the cost, and the different types of costings, like process costing, service costing, operation costing. So it's quite vast. But obviously, you will be learning so many small concepts under this topic called cost management, right? Are we clear? So your complete knowledge of everything to do with costing and cost management and cost accounting and measuring cost, identifying cost will be covered. Section E, internal controls. Fairly tangent to what we did so far. It's all about understanding what are the controls that exist in a company internally, internal controls. How do you ensure? Muskan, you would probably be more connected with this. You probably would see this in your company. You'll probably know that if you want to have some payments or some receipts, you notice that you can't just make a check and pay it, right? You'll have to prepare it, someone will approve it, then someone will pay it, right, Muskan? You must have seen this in your company. So you'll have certain controls in place over every asset, over every operation, over every process. Here we teach you to understand what are the various controls. Are they preventive? Are they detective? Are they directive? Are they mitigating? We also teach you the control frameworks. What is a control framework under US GAAP? Why do we need to have controls in place? What does Sarbanes-Oxley talk about? Sarbanes-Oxley is the BAP of all control frameworks in USA. It dictates what every country should do. You learn all about that. And this is one of the most remunerating areas because this is sought after a lot in the US, Sarbanes-Oxley control framework. Clear? We'll teach you all of that. And a bit about audit also, audit order opinions. Section F, the last one, technology and analytics. This section teaches you all about where we'll pick up on data analytics. How do you use our information technology to collate, present, to get the data and to support the decision-making process. So here we teach a lot about how to use computers. You know, we use BPA, business process, we use ERP, we use EPR. Don't worry, it won't be expecting you to become an IT specialist, but we do expect you to have a basic working knowledge of what is artificial intelligence, what is business process automation, what is big data. So terms like that, right? What is regression? How do you do scatter diagrams? What is a pie chart? So things around that is what will be taught to you. Technology and analytics. This is a new section that we introduced a year back. Okay, very interesting. It's a very dynamic and a very intelligent section. Clear? So that covers my 6 sections of part 1. All right. I'll do part 2 also and I'll teach you exam framework. That's common to both. Part 2, there are again 6 sections, fairly easier this time. It's more practical, you'll notice. Here the weightage is very weird. It's a bit, what do you say? It's a bit skewed, right? There's some 10, 15, 20, 25. That's fine. But what you need to focus on is understand the most important sections in part 2. The most important section is decision analysis. You killed it, you're sorted. Because that's 1/4, 25%. And if you cover the first 3 sections, 65% covered. 2/3 of your portion is covered by sections A, B, C, which obviously is the chunk of part 2. The other sections are small, 35%. So 2/3. And we also take more lectures to make sure we cover these sections in detail. Let's go to the topic details. 1 minute, I'll just show the details to you. Here you go. Section part 2. You have financial statement. It covers all about what is financial statements, how do you analyze it using ratios, using analysis, using vertical statement, horizontal statement. How do you compare across years, across periods, across industries, across my own company? How do you compare in order to make an intelligent analysis and conclusion on your financial statements? Financial statement analysis. Okay. Section B, the longest again, corporate finance. Here we'll teach you all about risk, return, all about what is risk and return, what is financial management, what is working capital, what is cost of capital, what is capital investment, how do you raise finance, what are the various sources of finance, how do you measure the cost of raising finance, all of that. Long-term, short-term. And we'll also teach you how to manage your short-term working capital, like debtors, inventory, cash bank. And lastly, we'll go into international finance. How do you manage, understand international finance and the factors impacting international finance, right? It's the longest in terms of content, but it's still 20% of the portion. Section C, the most important because it's 25%, but it's fairly short and sweet. It covers only marginal costing CVP analysis, cost, volume, profit analysis. If you remember, you do a lot of marginal costing in college, we did contribution, break-even point, margin of safety, all of that stuff will be taught in section C. Cost, volume, profit analysis, and margin analysis, and most importantly, pricing decisions. How do you price a product? A mobile phone, it's probably cost you 10,000 rupees. How much will you sell it for? 11, 12, 15? How much? What to price it at? So we'll teach you various pricing tactics, techniques, mechanisms to allow you not to make the most profit per unit, but to make the most overall profit. Clear? So this is all about decision analysis. This is the most intelligent part of this curriculum because here we teach you on techniques, qualitative factors, quantitative factors to take into consideration to take the right decision. Section D, risk management. Here we touch base on what is risk. How do you identify risk? How do you assess risk? How do you mitigate risk? How do you manage risk? How do you basically manage the entire risk of the company? So risk management. Here we teach you various techniques of basically what are the types of risks that exist and how does management play a role in risk management. Here, because remember, risk management is not the only objective. They also have to run the business. They also have to earn profits, but they have to also make sure that they are sufficiently covering their risk. Section E, investment decision. This section discusses only capital budgeting, all about capital budgeting, NPV, IRR, NPV profile, payback period, accounting of return. How do you budget for it? How do you allocate money? What do you analyze? Which factors? Profitability index. Should I go? Should I invest? Should I not invest? Discounting, we teach you all those aspects in section E. We teach you decisions relating to investment on long-term checks. And section E, which is very important for every professional in the CMA and probably any other profession, professional ethics. We teach you what are the ethics that the institute, that this profession commands of you. As the individual, as a qualified, as an organization, there are different ethics for different people. Ethical considerations for you as an accountant, for you as an employer, for you as an organization. Is that clear? So probably Havells India will have some ethics at a Havells company level, and you, Muskan, you'll have some ethics at your individual level. So you have to ensure you comply with your ethics and comply the company ethics, right? So that's what it covers. Fairly important, and that's also 15%. So going back, this is my broad summary. Is that clear, Muskan? That makes more sense to you now in terms of content? So 12 subjects. Yeah? Okay. Now the exam pattern. You will be tested for 3 hours on these 6 and 6 topics separately in terms of MCQ. 3 hours MCQ. If you clear the MCQ with a 50% score, 50% right, then you will be allowed to attempt the essay questions. So it's important that you clear the MCQs with at least 50% right. Once you clear, boom, the essay window will open. The essay window will have 2 essays only. Each essay is around 50 marks. Now, every essay will have 6 sub-questions. So broadly, you'll have 12 questions to cover in 1 hour. It's not so difficult because every question takes 5 minutes. But it's an essay, so you have to just write 4-5 lines, blah, 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 blah. You have to type out the essay using a notepad. No Excel word. Is that clear? So this is your exam style. 3 hours, 100 MCQ questions, 1 hour, 2 essay questions. If you clear the aggregate exam, which is MCQ plus essay, with an aggregate of 72%, which is 360 out of 500, then you will get a clearance certificate. There is no negative marks for the MCQs, so you're sorted, but obviously every mark counts, right? Now you can give the exam in any 6 months of the year, but they alternate. So we call them exam windows. You can give them either in Jan, Feb, March, April's holiday, May, June, July, August off, September, October, November, December off. So you can give them in alternating windows of 2 months each. So now if you join us at EduPristine and you join our batch, let's say we finish the topics from August, September, October, November. December, you can revise the exam, and Jan, you can give the exam or Feb. So once you join, you study for 3 to 4 months, then you give the exam in the window that is available next. So it's not a problem normally. The windows are available. Trust me, even COVID has not affected the windows. I myself get the exam in the COVID period. There's no issue. The windows are not closing. They are continuing to keep the exams, but obviously with all precautions. Clear? So if you've decided to become a CMA qualified, what are the steps you'll take? 4 steps. First, you apply. You have to apply with the institute online and pay them 2 things. The entrance fee to become a part of the IMA, and I want to become a part of your institute and do this and get updates. And second is you pay your membership fees. Remember, you have to potentially be a member to give the exam. So we take a membership fees. We means IMA USA. Then you decide to choose how do you study for the exam. Now, if you want to study, you can obviously go with any provider, choose an exam review course provider, create a study plan, and start your studies. Hopefully, obviously, you come here to EduPristine, you're planning to study here with us. So once you've chosen that, get your books and make your study plan, right? So let's say you decide to from August to November, right? Study plan done, revise. Then in November or December also, you can go online and select your testing window. This is when you will schedule your exams. Okay? You can schedule it as late as even December, even Jan, you can schedule for Jan. They give you very immediate dates. So you don't have to do very early in advance. Please do it when you're fully confident because your fees will not be refunded otherwise. So once you schedule your exam, you will pay your exam fees at that stage. And that exam fees will help you to schedule an exam at the Prometric Center. Okay? Broadly, there are there are 8 Prometric centers in India. 8. So I'm not sure which city. I think Muskan, you said you're from Bombay, so you can go to Goregaon West. But Ahmedabad hai, Bangalore hai, Calcutta, Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai, New Delhi, and Trivandrum. Clear? You can go to any of these centers and give your exam. Once you paid your exam fees, you give both your exams, and after giving both your exams, and you clear, it's not yet done. You have to submit 2 more things to the institute. 1, 2 years of work experience. Now, it should be in the accounting side of things, at least accounting, management accounting, something remotely accounting point of view. And second, you need to prove or show your bachelor's degree. Obviously, many undergrads also are enrolling for CMA. They can do CMA, not a problem. But if they want to become a charter holder, they have to complete their graduation. Are we clear? So I think, Muskan, you've done one part, so you're cleared with one. You have two more things to do, right? Give your exam and get your work experience. I think you only have 2 years of work experience, or you have 1 year. Muskan? Okay, potentially only one. Okay. And then lastly, and this we do with Becker. Okay. So now we are EduPristine, we scheduled with Becker for this reason. And then you need to earn the CMA certification. Now to earn the CMA certification, okay, you need to have an active membership with the IMA because you already got the membership. You have to keep it active. You have to clear both the exams. You have to show your bachelor's degree qualification and 2 years of work experience. These 4 things are required to be submitted to get the certification. Clear? Now, this is how the qualification goes. Now, candidates must complete it. This is what's mentioned on the website. Okay. When you qualify, obviously, you can get employment in areas like preparation of financial statements, planning, analysis, monthly, quarterly, year-end closure, auditing, budget preparation, reporting, management of general ledger, forecasting, and so on, costing, analysis, reasoning. So all of these aspects are areas where you could look at getting a qualification experience. Clear? You should make sure that your experience qualification is in these areas. All right? Because you need to make sure you get the right charter holder. Okay. Next one. Now, when you get it, finally, it looks like this. Good news, you got the certification. This is how the institute will give your CMA certificate for you. All right. So let's make sure you complete that. Now, in order to do it, obviously, once you choose a course provider as well, what benefits would happen if you come to us? So come to EduPristine, and this is our plan, our journey for you. All right. 170 plus hours is what we give you. Now, 170 plus hours we provide you in terms of studies, training, and this is provided by expert faculty who are CMA qualified, right? This will be for a 1-year validity. Now, you can do this either in a physical classroom, which will probably kickstart soon, or you can do it through our online courses, which is happening right now due to a lockdown. Okay, we will also give you the recording of these classrooms for your benefit later. In case you missed a session or in case you did not get something right, you can go through back the learning and read it carefully. We'll also give you a dedicated support team in-house who will help you with the registration online, with the exam centers, with paying the examination fees, with choosing the right center. We'll help you with all of that. So once you come there, we'll simply say, okay, this is how to do it, and you can do it from there. Okay? We'll also provide you career services, career guidance, right? And most importantly, we will give you the complete set of study materials, which is Becker. All right. With this materials, we'll also give you an access to almost 2,000 plus questions as a question bank, which you can practice for the purpose of exams. Okay. Now, a very important bonus thing that we give, very critical, is soft skills training. We provide a dedicated session of 5 hours every 2 to 3 months. We give our students in the areas of soft skills, including business communication, interpersonal, time management, negotiation skills, presentation skills, how to do emails, how to send emails, how to communicate virtually, how to take decisions. We teach you all of those soft skills. Obviously, it'll not be at the completely expert level, but at least that's the baby steps you do. You have to understand how it works in the corporate world. So we'll teach you that before you go for that interview or the work stint. Is that clear? So that's something we promise as a part of our course, right? We have LVCs online on weekends. You can join from anywhere you want. In addition to LVCs, we also provide you classroom trainings at 6 centers in India. At 6 centers in India: Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, Pune, Hyderabad, and Chennai. Clear? Now, what we provide in terms of study materials, Becker. Now, this is very important. Through Becker, which obviously you'll see has 1 million plus candidates and top 100 firms, top 100 firms rely on Becker. Very importantly, we provide you 24-month access to the study materials of part 1 and part 2. We also provide you textbooks digitally. So the entire textbook will be given to you in soft copies. We'll also give you flashcards, which are like revision material, and 3,000 multiple choice questions for self-practice. Gives you enough exam practice. Additionally, we give 70 essay questions, lecture videos. Now, apart from our videos, we'll also provide you lecture videos that have been provided by international teachers. International teachers across the world. Videos for every topic will be provided to you free of cost along with your Becker. So for some, maybe you didn't understand the topic we taught for you, or maybe you want a different perspective. You can go and check another video on the same topic by a different tutor globally. And that will probably give you a little bit different angle, different insight. So lecture videos as well. Content is regularly updated. You'll also have technology which is simulated to exam conditions. Remember, the Becker exams practice is completely what you'll find in the real exam. So I'll say it's perfectly simulated. Then your personalized review sessions, you have unlimited practice test. Becker gives you the test as many as you want. And obviously, there's good academic support and success coaching. Becker also has a FAQ database, which will allow you to ask questions and address your queries there. Clear? So Becker has actually relaunched with a new system where the content is new. The textbooks have been restructured in a manner that's now easier to understand. Every concept has MCQs to check with it. There are essay questions at the end of every book. And obviously, the quality continues to be at an exam level. Okay. There's also some amazing user experience where you can click on the icons. You can go to the right places. If you get a question wrong, you can always refer to the study material where it's lying in the book and so on. Okay. You have industry-leading instructions. Instructors who are doing the Becker books are people who have a lot of experience in the industry. Okay. And obviously in Becker, you have something called as personalized learning experience. It utilizes adapt to you technology to give you a more personalized experience. You feel like you're studying one-to-one. You feel like you're personally doing it. Is that clear? Enough. Now, the last bit is the fees, the payment part. Okay. Now, what we've done is we've structured the full cost for you, and we've summarized the total amount that you'll pay out of your pocket for every part. But this is distinguished in terms of whether you're a student or whether you're a professional. Because unfortunately, or fortunately, but the CMA Institute charges a different fee for a student and a different fee for a professional. Now, the EduPristine, we don't do all that. We charge the same fee. But because the fees payable to the IMA is different, we have broken down into student and professional. Now look at the screen quickly. The coaching fees for a student and professional are standard. If you go for online, you'll pay 85,000. If you go for classroom, you'll pay 1 lakh. Okay, that's pretty much fixed for everyone. There's only 2 pricings. Now the only difference is classroom, may you come to physical classroom, clear doubts, use the board and use the facilities, right? Tea, coffee and other facility and discussion, so on. But in online, we just do it all online. Probably some people don't prefer that to extent, so you can do a classroom session. In addition to that, you also have to pay the IMA fees, which is $117. Now these fees are payable directly to the IMA, to the membership fees. Obviously, if you are a professional, the fees is $245. You also have to pay, remind you, sometimes an entrance fee, $188. But if you're a professional, it becomes $250. And lastly, if you pay $311 per exam if you're a student, and 415 per exam if you're a professional. That takes you to a total fees of $927 if you're a student, and almost 400 more if you're a professional, which is $1,325. Am I clear, guys? So 1 lakh is our fees. $927, which is around 70,000, is Imei fees. That comes to approximately 1,70,000 rupees. If you're a professional, it's increased by approximately 14,000. Sorry, not 14, around 30,000, right? So we can't help it. That's what they're charging more. But our fees remains constant. But we have worked out a discount plan for you. They will try and give you discounts in everything across the board if you join us for that full package for both parts. Remember, it's a fees for both parts. If you join us for online, only online, then we can bundle the 155,000. We can reduce it to 1,22,500 only. This is the total cost for everything, start to finish. If you want classroom, all you need to do is add 15,000 extra. That's it. 137,500, right? If you are a professional with you have to pay the institute more money. The bundle fees is reduced from 184 to 1,48,000. And if you're a professional and you want classroom, just add 15,000 rupees more. It's 2 lakhs to the original cost, but we have made it only 1,63,000. Is that clear? 36,000 rupees discount. So the bottom part is the bundled one-time cost for everything. Pay this much and we'll sort everything for you. Is that clear? So take a minute of this if you want to know total cost over the period of 1 year. Obviously, that means that paying this much will give you, at least help you till the completion of the degree, right? Now, obviously, there are some finance schemes you can try and do by way of zero discount EMI. That you can talk to your coordinators later on. Okay, that's possible. Now, I just told you a Delhi model. In the 6 locations, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai, you have classroom trainings. And if you're not from the 6 locations, you can come to us in virtual mode. We will complete the learnings in a period of 7 to 8 months. I want to say 7 to 8 months. 3.5 months, one part, and again 3, another part. We are committing a total time of 175 hours or more for delivering the lectures to you. That's probably the longest, the most that any class provides. 175 hours. That's obviously over 7 months to 8 months. Almost, you can say almost 70 weekends, right? And the classes will be every Saturday or Sunday, or once a weekend, 5 hours. If you want to do online, the class will be twice a weekend, but 3 hours each. So weekend classes, physical is 5 hours, 1 day. Online classes, 3 hours, 2 days. So obviously you get an extra hour in online. Is that clear? If you feel your own classes, no problem. You can come to us and take only the books and the package. We'll give you the package without coaching. For that, you can reach out to us. They'll give you a certain pricing scheme. You can pay for only the cost of the books and the materials. Is that clear? And I already told you the Prometric centers are in the 8 locations, right? And like I mentioned to you, our finance fees, fees can be paid even through taking a EMI of 6, 9, or 12 months. We offer at 0% rate of interest. But please talk to your coordinator about this, or you can drop an email to care@EduPristine. If you want any further information, please reach out to one of us, reach out to your coordinators, or you can drop an email at care@edupristine.com and you'll get a response within 24 hours. 2 useful links you want to look at before you go ahead. You can always go to www.edupristine.com to understand, to know about what we deliver. And you can see the testimonials of students and the various companies that we give job offers. And we have placed people in various companies. You can see all of that on our website. Second, go to the IMA website on imanet.org And you'll see all about the CMA courses, the CMA curriculum, and so on that you only presented. Is that clear? Okay, with that, we now conclude our session today, guys. Thank you so much and all the best on your CMA journey. Thank you, guys.